Hi guys, and welcome to another one of our retro gaming stream nights. This happens every Sunday on the channel. We are continuing our Phantasy Star 3, yep, I don't remember which one it was. Phantasy Star 3 playthrough, the Generations of Doom. As we left the game last week, it just went through. We managed to change the weather in Aquatica, this biome up here, so the snow thawed down. We were able to go up. We went through the dungeon. Lyle, one of our companions, went against us, and we had to fight him in order to get Lena, another character. Between last stream and this stream, we did a bit of grinding in order to get the levels up, as well as some extra equipment. So now Lena has 2 weapons and armor on. Everyone else, we've upgraded the armor and weapon. Levels are pretty high now. Well, not pretty high. Levels are reasonable for us to carry on where we're going. So we'll leave the town, and I'll use the monitor to show where we're gonna go. So we've been tasked with still the main mission, which is we have to go and find a bride who was kidnapped on our wedding day. She was someone we planned to marry after a week of meeting, like a character planned to marry after a week of meeting her, and she has amnesia. You know, as most marriages tend to work that way. But we use the monitor and show where we have to go. So, we have to go back down, as you can see down there, to the middle biome, which is the desert. You need to go through, back to where we had the weather control system. Once we make it to the weather control system, you need to carry on in that dungeon in order to activate another machine in there using the moon tear and the moon stone. Going to plug them into that machine, which is going to create a land bridge behind Lyle's castle to lead us to the castle in which Maia is being kept prisoner. So we'll go on, we'll get the see how quick we can get through that dungeon and see if we can make it and rescue our bride. So we go. Ready for the brilliant jaunty music on the boat? Go! For those that are wondering, this game is originally released on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, depends where you were in the world, what the console was called. Obviously, it's a 16-bit game, that's why you have this lovely graphics here, brilliant music. The encounters that you tend to come across are basically RNG. So in an area, there's a range of bad guys that you could fight, and it's just random what ones you fight. You can end up prizing the bad guys, so you get attacks first. You can end up ambushed like we were, so these bad guys attack us. And you can normally tell by the music, where you hear the change in the music in the battle, of how deadly the encounter is to start with on that phase. So theoretically, because it's still random what attacks the bad guys do on you, theoretically you could go into a battle that could kill people, so you have the more dreaded music, or it's more than likely you're going to do a round where no one's going to die, and more than likely you're going to kill everything. That's where you get the more jaunty, nice music, like this. As you can see, there wasn't a chance for anyone to die. The music was slightly more upbeat. At least that's one advantage you have in the game. I played this game back when I was a child. There's obviously nowadays you could probably find like dungeon maps online, but back when this came out, there was no maps. You had to try learning the dungeon, so you'd either use pen and paper, write it down, try to make notes of every single dungeon, or like what we tended to do was have someone, normally myself, memorize the dungeons where we went like the first time we played through, and then when we were playing them again, the games, I would be like a guide, like, oh, you go left, you go right. So this is a good test to see how my memories held up since I was a little kid, or I'll probably say around about 20 or 30 years ago. See how long the memories held up in that time. Overall, I think it has held up well. Everything's we have a rough idea when we go into a place how it goes. I mean, memory's not 100%. Anyone that has seen a Phantasy Star 2 playthrough, where we did the Uzo Island or the Climber Troll ones, you could see that sometimes we enter a place, memory's not there of that dungeon, and we get lost. But that was theoretically the aim of the games back then. Like back in the a little bit of give us. Back in the 80s, the 90s, when these type of games came out, they were designed that you didn't have like proper maps, you didn't have proper guides. It was all about proper exploration and hoping you didn't die. Because unlike modern day games, where you have auto-save features and you have the ability to save on command, it felt like, these games have specific things you have to do to save them. So, in the case of this one, Phantasy Star 3, in order to save the game, you have to be able to make it to a town. So you can't save out and about, you have to be in a town, and you have to make sure that you have enough money to use the inn. If you're unable to use the inn, you're unable to save it. Which is one of those weird mechanics, but it makes it a little bit more deadly, if you know what I mean? That at any point, you could be out and about and go, oh, we need to save it. Oh, I've just seen Miyu. Not Miyu, the other one. The other Miyu, which means the town we're looking for down here is south. We'll get there, do a little quick save. There's the town. Now, this is a robotic town, for anyone who doesn't know. Go in, here's the inn, and I'll show you how the save bit works in these games. You go, 25 Meseta, so it's 5 Meseta, which is the money in the game, the currency. 5 Meseta per person. You'll have to rest, and then you're able to save the game. Save it, Reese. Nice. Now we carry on. We're going to make our way to the dungeon. Now, we have entered this dungeon before. It was the dungeon last week that we entered, to which we recruited Lyle. So as we know, we follow this down, because we figured it out last week, till we get to the curve in the river. Oh, little chicken. That's correct space. Yep. Yeah, so we go down, curve in the river. Now we head to the right, and we know it's just past the little temple. Oh, ambush. Ah, poison, damn it. I hate the poison. Now when we fight, you might hear like a little beep during the combat phase. That is because, we'll do the tech. We'll do anti-tech on Miyu. Yeah, nice. And, yeah, during the combat phase, in order to speed up the animation of the hit on the bad guys and move on to the next one quickly, you have to keep pressing the button. So that's speed it up, and when you do it, you hear the beep. If you don't, as you can see here, look how long that takes. And ain't none of us got time for combat animation. None of us. Right, we're here. So first thing we have to do is make it to the weather control system, which we got to last week. So as we know, we go up and we head all the way right. We take the second down and we're at the weather control system. See look how much easier it is now getting through the people with now that Lena has weapons, everyone's proper geared up. So we go around these stairs and then we get to towards the end. If memory serves me right, those Mohawk ones can do some decent spells. But obviously the cream shot that Ren's got, that attacks a whole row, which makes him quite formidable against multiple enemies. So we carry on. There should be a down coming up. Take this down and around. ideally, we want Ren to attack first, to wipe out like the full front row. But rarely happens. He's not the fastest. He's not the fastest. Still our boy though. Now we're here. We've already opened that chest. We go down. And this was the weather control system. Now, as you know from last week, we used Ren to activate this to thaw out the middle, well, the top biome. So, we need to follow this round. Memory serves me right, we need to try making our way to the middle section of here, which will take us up a level to where the machine is. There's quite a few ups that take you up to like big areas that are dead ends or have 1 or 2 items. But I remember a lot of these dungeons, I don't think it's this up, a lot of these dungeons tends to be make it to the middle. And if you keep working towards the middle, so here we've got an item coming up. If you keep working your way towards the middle, you run a higher chance of basically completing the dungeon. Yeah, so hopefully we can get through this dungeon today, get up to the other castle and be able to finish the first generation, which is Reese's generation. And I'm not going to do spoilers, but at the end of this, you have a choice to make. Alright, so this is dead end, so we'll move on to the next one. Get the item though. But at the end of it, you have a choice to make that basically impacts the next generation. Oh, slightly, as you can hear, slightly weirder music. It means there's a potential of someone dying or getting seriously injured. Upbeat. Check, here's an up. There's more towards the middle. So I would be more inclined to think this might be the up that we need to take compared to the other one. And if it's not, we know just to make our way back down. Nice, nice. Go here. Dead end. Goes down. Dead end there. Check a bit right. Dead end. Check left. If that's a dead end, we know that we had to go up the other up. I'm positive, like, old grey cells say are like basically going, you head towards the middle in this place, and that takes, and you don't go wrong. So we head the other direction. Go over here. There it is. Machine. Cool, cool, cool. Same. Memory. As the moonstone and moon tear are placed in the panel, Deathlier, the purple moon, moves. Here's Ren. Pretty soon we'll be able to cross the sea north of Fisheroon. To reach Chile? We'll call it Chile Island. Right. Oh, here's the moon coming in. So we're drawing both moons in, which is done by the moonstones that we got. So one controls one controls the other. Put them in the panel. Let's now move them closer. Cool. That done, we can either walk our way out, or, as we always do, Lyle's got one. Yeah. Okay, pipe, use. Okay, pipes take you to the beginning of the dungeon. If you look, we should also have one on Maia, yep, and one on Ren. Yep. Now we go out. That area's done, so we make our way back to the town. Quick rest, quick save, and then we head our way back into, I'm sure the place is called Aquatica, the name of the biome, and then up to castles. So, looking at it, I think we could finish this whole first chapter today. Then get a start on the next one. Because I'm sure when you do the final choice, the next generation starts straight away. Well, there's a little bit of story, then it starts. But you're unable to save it like straight before any of the story bit. Yeah, so we head up here. In and have a little snooze. Little snooze, little heal up. And if you look, money-wise, I'm not doing bad on that neither. Yeah, so now as we've saved it, we leave. We need to head northwest again in order to get to the area we were at the beginning of the game. Well, not at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of today's playthrough. Got a little poison going on, so I don't want to. I did the wrong person. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I think the gear we've got on, I think, is pretty much good enough for this generation to do their main missions. And then we get the next generation. And overall, there's a total, there's a total of 3 generations you can get to. But depending on your choice, depends on who it is that you play in Generation 2 and Generation 3. We won't be showing every generation, but we'll probably do one playthrough like we're doing here, having one of the 2nd generation and then one of the 3rd generation on one side, and then the same for the other side. We make our way in. See, nothing beats this music. I know what everyone says, but old classic game music. I know it's great listening to music like what we have done on the channel when we've been playing the Soulsborne, the FromSoft games. That music's been great. The Final Fantasy music's great. There's a lot of modern day music in games that are phenomenal. But something about the old retro game music that just, it might just be a nostalgia thing, if you know what I mean. You love the music from the games of your era, you know. I mean, I do find myself at night time listening to the old Game Boy musics and stuff like that. The old Nintendo, the old Sega musics, like Sonic, Mario, great soundtracks, if you know what I mean. Then you got these. But then you also got the old PlayStation music. You have the iconic for like Final Fantasy 7 music, which we will, because people have been asking. We will at some point have that on the retro game night. Do a let's play playthrough of Final Fantasy 7, the original, because we have done a silent playthrough, but you don't have to put up with my talking. You know what I mean? We've done a silent playthrough through videos of each chapter of Final Fantasy 7 Remake, which you can find on our channel. If you go to our channel, you can scroll down. I think it's down. I think it's the last section on this channel. Obviously, we have been going through quite a few Final Fantasy games. Tomorrow and Thursday on the channel, we will be doing the Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise game, continuing that over those 2 days. We're then going to start Bloodborne again on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday, we're looking to try doing something a bit different, something a bit special for the channel, so stay tuned for that. It will come up on the schedule, because we are going to try getting back to the habit of what we had been doing earlier last year, and have all the live streams up there, like upcoming live streams up there for the week, so that you can go on the channel, see which live streams are coming up, see if there's any that catches your fancy, set the reminder just for that one, So you can come back and just watch that section that you will enjoy. Because I know not everyone likes these retro game nights, but it's not just here for the... It's not really a full Let's Play. This is nostalgia for all of us oldies, as well as a chance for when people come along, be a bit more engaging with the chat. Because, you know, trying to be fully engaging when doing a boss fight in Elden Ring wasn't like... I know a lot of people are like, oh, you missed my chat there, you missed my chat there, but you know, it is a bit hard when you're fighting a boss. In here, like a lot of turn-based games, you know, it's a bit more relaxed. You're like, you know, spend a bit of time, a bit of chat. But also, because obviously I know people wondered as well why we don't also stream on the Saturday. One is because, you know, everyone needs at least 1 day rest a week. So one day a week, make sure whoever you are, minimum 1 day. Hopefully you should have 2 days rest. But what you need is 1 day to relax. We did it yesterday. Ours is all tend to normally be a Saturday, even though we know we probably could get a bit more viewership on the Saturday. But you know, rest on the Saturday. Yesterday we went and saw the new Doctor Strange movie. So that was Multiverse of Madness. I'm not going to spoil anything for people, and no one else post any spoilers in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this on playback, because I will just remove it so not to spoil it for anyone else. But yeah, overall, me personally, I thought it was an 8 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Great movie. But my friend that I went with, they weren't quite as impressed with it, and they said they would probably give it like a 6 out of 10. So I think it's one of the ones where some people will probably really like it, and some people probably it's not their scene. But I would recommend it. But to be fair, pretty much all the Marvel movies are like top quality producing. The special effects in all of them are amazing compared to, you know, the movies that were there when I was growing up to the movies that are out now. You know, chalk and cheese. Right, so up here, you see this bit here is now, if we walk up, bridge. And this goes up. Now we have another town up here. Bad guys are slightly harder. This is now like, this is basically endgame Generation 1 bad guys. Do you see how Ren didn't kill them first time? Now we get in, you know. Potentially, if they get the attacks in, they could kill probably Leno or Miyu. But they haven't, so we got in, we killed them. Miyu gained a level. Keep going up. We then got a castle here. Well, a little town with a castle in it. I know we've just saved it a second ago, but we can go in and save. Yep. Yay. Right, now we've done that. First thing you do anytime you enter a town after you save it, is check for the weapon and armor store. Weapon store is here to the right, so we'll check to see if there's any better weapons that we can get. That we can't, that we can use straight away. Now look at this. Now people can't see. I'll quickly move my camera on where. That's how much money we've got. 1,700, which is a lot of money for. Got that back in the right place. Awful when you move stuff around on live. But anyway, yes, as you can see, we had 1,762. It's a lot of money for Generation 1. But all these weapons here, 64,000. That'll be hours of grinding unless you're in endgame content. Also, we have no one on our party that uses slicers or bows. But you know, 2 of them 35,000 for Miyu. That's her weapon sorted all the way through. We can't afford them. That shows that the weapons we've got are the best weapons we can currently have. Well, technically it's not, because we could grind for days getting them. But right here. Leia should not marry despicable Iraqians. That's why they stole me bride. I mean, if I was there, I would be more upset that I was gonna marry, Prince Rice was gonna marry a person with amnesia, really. The people of Chile are insulted that you want the hand of Maia, a fair princess. Be gone. Oh, she's a princess here. That's nice. Armor store. As you can see, the armor's a bit more affordable. 6,100, 4,100, 9,000, 23, and 47 are too expensive. But the Force stuff and the Lake and stuff, you could theoretically spend a couple of hours to grind them. But we're not going to do that on air. We're not going to sit there and grind. Not what people. No one's come here to pay for me to do any grinding. So, go up and we'll show you. Castle's locked. Oh, there's a person here we haven't spoke to. Hello, lady. Looking for you. Leia's law forbids killing. Killing no living thing was Leia's last message. And why did they keep attacking us? Eh? Eh? Now each one of these fountains, you got 4 this side, I think you got 4 the other side. Now each one, well, that's 5. Now each one goes down into the dungeon. Each one has a secret passage. And it isn't the right side. The left side ones we need to go through. Now remember that. I can't remember if it's the second one or the third one. I think it's the third. So we'll take the third one. And our aim is to find a way up. And we're looking for something. The one we need goes round and goes to massive long corridors. Oh, we've been ambushed. Come on. Good surviving. People should take out these down here, not a problem. Leonard took the... No, Leonard didn't take that out. She's lazy. You know, we're fine, we're fine. Mosey on through. Couple of levels up. Anyone looking a bit worse for wear? I'll probably start using some of the items. Keep people up. Because when you move on to the next generation, the only people that come with you... Like, another ambush? Come on, people. But the only people that come with you are your 2 robots, which is me, you, and Men, due to the fact that they're basically eternal cyborgs. And they're vowed to serve a descendant of Arakiel. Boom, Lena. Nice. You following this round? The music is great. Yeah, at the minute, other than like this year with Elden Ring coming out and us playing through that, creating the walkthrough and guides that we have done on the channel, I'm a bit disappointed in this year's, basically this year's and last year's games that came out, because in my eyes there hasn't been that many like real top quality ones. I know a lot of people are looking at the Evil Dead one, and I was thinking about getting it, but it does just remind me of Dead by Daylight, just with the Evil Dead flavouring. And I feel like there needs to be something like new and massively engaging out, like that comes out. Like a proper big, like what Elden Ring was where it came out. And obviously all the ones that we were looking forward to come out this year all seem to be getting pushed back again until next year. Which is a bit disheartening, because obviously all of us are looking forward to like these games coming out, and then they just don't come out. I mean, look at Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I mean, anyone got a clue when that's coming out? Yeah, I'll use Ben's monomates. Am I going that way? That way's quicker. And we'll do another one on... there. Carry on. I know as soon as we make it in, like, up into the castle, that's roughly where we need to be. Top one? Top one. Yeah, let's go, let's go. If we stop getting ambushed, if we get the surprise attack, this will just be a cakewalk getting through here. But we don't want to get to a part where we get through all the items. Like there. If Ren attacked first, that whole bottom row would have been dead. I mean, Lyle's a bit low. Actually, everyone's quite a bit low, really. But we don't want to get to a part where we, that's okay. We don't want to get through every single item. You know what I mean? We don't really want to be into an area where we get to the final battle of this dungeon and our people can't heal fully up before we enter the battle. What we need Ren to fuck up his ideas and attack first all the time. Bloody Ren. Or we need to hope that we've been lucky at where we're picking. Yeah, so this stream is obviously retro games, and it's this chapter that we're playing today. Oh, whatever that big, what looks like blobby computer chip thing. That's more like it, Ren. He gets it. Look at that clear up he's just done. Yeah, the aim here is to get through, is to hopefully finish the first generation today. That we flew through the other dungeon. I think it's just a little bit left, and then we'll be there. We'll be laughing. I don't think we need to... I'm going to give the antidotes over. Just because I know... the items that Ren and Miyu have definitely carry over. But the items that the others have doesn't. Oh, this one? Probably not, it's probably the middle one. No going back though. It is more like it. More, if we go into battles with more upbeat music, I'm happy. The money also carries over. Right, so it is this one. The money also carries over. Is where we want to be. So now we have to spiral round the outside of the castle, and then we get in and we're heading to the throne room. Remember, because of this game, little fairy's healing. It's okay, none of them have been damaged. Yeah, the aim, well, not the aim, what was I saying before? Yeah, and you have to remember, in these games, the old games, there's, the last time we saved it was when we were in that town. Because you can't save it when you're not at an inn. So you have to survive and make it there. And I think that's what the law of the old games is compared to newer ones. It literally is. You save it, and then from where you save it, you basically have to do almost like a no-death run until your next part where you can save it. It's like, right, you're now going to this dungeon. Let's hope you've geared yourself up and have enough healing stuff. Especially, as you can see, the RNG there, we literally just took 3 steps. And then all of a sudden we were in a battle again. With floaty, flexy muscle guy. See, there's like people in this castle. Cool, made that side, then we go down. This is okay, we're still going fine, we're still going fine. Nice, so we got through them. Do 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 do. What also it is, when you're attacking these, you can like organize who you want people to attack. But the people in the back row, if there's enemies in front of them, only a person with a ranged weapon can attack that back row. So I'll show you on here. So, Reese, who has a sword, can only attack the front row. Where Ren, who has a gun, can attack the back row as well. So you can go, right, I want to make sure Ren's attacking these at the back. If there's a gap in front of one of the people, one of the bad guys, so there's a gap just in front of them, you can make the people attack through that gap. Obviously here, there's not really a gap because of how they're situated. But if there's one where it shows, where you can see the example, I'll make sure to show everybody. Oh, we're gonna have 2 Givezes. Boom. I like that. I like that. We need to keep making our way because we're heading to the throne room. Which, as we saw, was a bit on the left. Oh, there's Ben getting through them. But, see, that's what we need. We need more battles like that. In, done, laughing. There's the throne. Right, as you can see, there's the king. Behind him, that was our bride that had amnesia. So we need to go get her. Nice cut through. Do 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 do. Right here, so as you can see, I accidentally clicked the attack button, people. Sorry about that. Hopefully we'll get another we'll probably get another combat before we get in there. And if we do, I'll make sure to show. Go through, we'll talk to guy. Not the type of combat we wanted, people. Right, so we've got this guy. Lion should not marry despicable Iraqians. Hey, the person in town said that. Right, so before we go into combat, I am GS, everyone's almost maxed, me use 1 short. What I'm also gonna do is take off Reese's royal boots, give them to Ren. Wen can't use them. The royal boots were quite expensive, and I don't know if they carry on over. So I'm quite happy having a little bit lower defense and Reese fighting barefoot. Just so we know we got it. I think the monitor carries over. Should I risk it though? I'm not going to risk it. Monitor's going to Ren. Yeah. Once you kill, like once you beat the first generation, you lose Reese, Lena, and Lyle. They get replaced by the second generation. Miyu and Ren do carry on with the new prince. Oh no! Took one step. We're through this. It's fine. I mean, I literally just healed up though. Cool. No one took any damage. Happy with that. Do we go up? Are we at the king yet? Are we at... Right, we're at the king. Ready, people. I am the king of... Silly. I'm going to call it Silly. I'll show you how we handle Iraqian spies in my country. Okay. Right. As you can see, he has all those fairies to heal, and he's at the back. But we're just going to attack first, because Ren has his cream shot that can multi-hit all these at the front. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're also going to have Lyle knocking him with a Zan. Because we need them dead, so we can concentrate solely on him. See, this is what we want. A Zan in. Now we know, as long as they don't heal now, if Ren gets in with the shot, they're all dead. There you go, people. Just first look at... Hey, what hand gesture was that, King? Anyone see it? You went like that to me? Allow them with the attack. And now, keep an eye on people's lives. Keep people alive. Upbeat music. Miyu in. Reese with a 58. Hit by Lyle, his nephew. Lender's now in with the daggers. Ren with the shot. What's his hand gesture? See? That's rude. How dare he insult me? Alright, we're going to do a give S in. As you can... Generation 1. Done. I yield to you, Reese. You are mighty indeed. Perhaps, Lyle, my nephew, was right about you. You must now choose between Maia and Lena. Now, for those that don't know the concept of this, Maia was the person that we're trying to free, get back. We were originally going to marry her. We found her unconscious on a beach. She had amnesia. After nursing her to health for a week, she had no memory of everything, and we decided to marry her. She got kidnapped on our wedding day, so this whole quest is go find her. Within that time, we also met Lena. She's a party member. We've known her for about a day, roughly. In-game, probably about 3 days. So we now have a choice. We can marry a person who we were going to marry who doesn't remember who she is, or Lena, who we know for 3 days, which is the common thing for when you're choosing who you're going to marry. Either someone who had amnesia, who you found, or someone that barely knows you. Wed Mia, and you shall become king of Silly. Marry Lena, and you shall be king of London and neighbouring Sataria. Who will we marry? Do we marry Mia, who has amnesia? You know, she might get her back. She is now with her father. Or do we marry Lena, who we've only known for probably a day, 2 days, 3 days tops? Mia, Lena, Mia, Lena. Well, you know, this is where I will say, right now we are going to marry Mia. We're going to do this first playthrough as Mia being the bride, going through the next generation and then the last generation. But then we are going to do another one where we marry Lena and follow that side, so you can see at least 2 of the branching storylines. But Mia is us. I renounce my claim to Landon's throne and choose to become your husband, Mia. and I shall be your wife and queen. Together we shall rule the fair land of Scilly. Oh, look at that wedding. After many adventures, well, technically just like a few adventures, Rhys at last found Maia. Rhys became king of the peaceful land of Scilly. Maia gave birth to a son and then named him Ain. This is the story of Prince Ain of Chile. After 15 years of peace, war once again came. The second generation, Prince Ain, is only 15 years old. Remember that when it gets to the end of this. Hail, King Rhys, Queen Maia, and Prince Ain. Cyborgs are attacking our lands. Oh, bloody cyborgs. The vile cyborgs have beaten all our monsters. No! My lord, King Lyle of Shusharun, begs for help. You have to help Lyle. He only betrayed us once. Arn, I was afraid war would come again. I've now got bags under my eyes and a cool moustache. Now you must venture forth on a vital quest. Legends of Satellite say it is a place of peace. I think we need a sanctuary very soon. Take me and Ren, my trusty cyborgs, and find this satellite. Hurry back. I don't know how long we have. Okay, father. Talk to him again. Look for satellite, my son. Talk to our mother. I finally got my memory back. Yay. No, this land must be saved. Hurry, Arn. I will do. Now, we'll have a look. Arn, level 1, 60. He has spells. We can have a look at what spells he has. Healing spells. As well as spells that I would never use. For healing spells, if you look at his equipment, he has the Sapphire one, Force Boots, Cream Armor, Steel Sword, and Steel Helmet. He also carries a monitor. The Ren has the monitor for no reason. I didn't need to. We don't need 2 monitors. Give the Royal Boots to him. Can I? No, can't discard it. So we've now got a random extra item. What I'll do is when we get one of the extra people, that monitor's going to them. Actually, to be fair, Rhys, you're now going to have 2 monitors. As you can see, he still has his stuff on, but he can't wear boots. He has all her stuff on, and we'll carry on over. They're the same level as before as well. We can now equip the Royal Boots, increasing his defense. And let's make it out to the town. I don't think we can go this way. No. We'll go around, go down. Once we're in the town, we can save it. And then next week will be the start of Ain's adventure. If people are wondering how come Ain's hair, the hair of the second generation ones, I'm sure takes the colour of the mother. So Maia had a fine blue hair, which is why Ain's is light blue, where if I married Lena, the son would have brown hair. Old tales tell of a satellite of true peace. Only the chosen ones can dwell there. Okay, we're screwed. We can't go there then. Armies of robots are surrounding our castle. Okay. Okay. Robots everywhere. What was our money situation? 3,500. I can sell the Force Boots. Speak to these people. Starlight is a place of peace. So I hear. Everyone keeps telling me that. Find Satellite and save us all, Prince Arn. I wonder if Lyle's kingdom has already fallen into the hands of our enemies. Or we could find out when we go over there next week. You know? We're going to pop in here. See if we can buy any armor. But what we need to do actually is sell Arn's force boots because we don't need them. Boom, they're gone. Is there anything else? Yes. We want to buy. Can't afford. Oh, Force Vest. Miu. Can we sell the vest off her back? Won't be enough. Won't be enough, people. But that's fine though. So we've got the force. Well, we haven't got the Force Vest. So we went through. We've saved. That way. This way. We went through. We rescued our bride. We married her. We now have a son. He's now 15. Save it. You want to save the game? Yes. Reese. Yay. No. I did a boo-boo, ladies and gentlemen. I saved over the Reese file when I should have saved it on there. We were gonna use that in order to do the continuation of if we married Lena. So what I'm gonna do is obviously on here, when you'll notice me saving it, there's gonna be a Reese file, and I'm gonna do another playthrough all the way up to there, not live though, just to get to the part where we're up there ready to have, after we finished Arn's and the next generation, so we can then go through and show everyone the other side. But that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is where we're going to end today's stream. I know it's less than an hour, but you know, the aim was we were going to go through the dungeon which we did down the bottom, get up the top, go through, defeat the king, save our bride, and we did. We married her. We've now got a son, and this is the second generation, and next Sunday we shall start Arn's journey. Now Arn, next week, is going to venture down, see if he can see what happens, speak to Lyle, see what we need to do, and then see how far we can go with Lyle next week. So the stream obviously is going to be a bit longer next week, because it's getting into the Arn chapter, and we're going to venture forward, do more dungeons and all that stuff. And that feels like it's the right way to end it for the day. So thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks everyone if you're watching this on playback. And we will be back tomorrow with our Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise playthrough continuing. So join us tomorrow if you're interested in that. To find out what games we're playing when over the week, that will be, if you go to our channel, you'll be able to see the schedule of upcoming gaming live content. Be able to see it. See which ones you like. You can click on it, hit set the reminder, and YouTube will let you know when that live stream happens. So yeah, feel free to do that. Otherwise, if you want to come back for the retro game nights, that is next Sunday, 18:30 PM British Standard Time. Hopefully see you all then. I'm Chris Casual. Goodbye and stay safe.